I always tell people to make videos for their business. The problem then is, how do we go about making those videos? And one of the big questions that I often get asked is, do I script the video or do I just kind of go off the cuff and talk? So I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of doing both, so you can decide which one is right for you. So let's start with the advantages of scripting out your entire video. Number one is it's organized. You're going to know exactly what you're going to say without wasting a lot of time. You can also edit to make sure that you're actually hitting the points you want to hit and not talking about stuff that you don't really need in your video. But the big disadvantage is you have to write so that it sounds like you're talking. A lot of times people write a script and it sounds like, well, a script. It doesn't sound natural. Okay, so what about off the cuff? What is the big advantage of doing it off the cuff? Well, number one, probably time. Being able to turn on the camera and go and be able to make your video, that's probably the biggest advantage of doing it off the cuff. It could also sound more spontaneous. But what's the disadvantage of doing it off the cuff? The big disadvantage of doing it off the cuff is rambling, is just going on and 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 on without getting to your point. So that can turn off your viewers too. So that's probably the biggest disadvantage. It can also sound less than professional if you're constantly going, no. You know, if you start making mistakes and you start going back and saying, oh no, I didn't mean to say that, or whatever, it sounds dumb. I mean, come on, it doesn't sound good. It sounds unprofessional. Now, this video that you're watching now, this is totally off the cuff, but that's where a little bit of careful planning and thought can actually help you make an off the cuff video that sounds not off the cuff. So here's the first thing that you do to make your off the cuff video sound a lot better. Number one, think about what problem it is that you're trying to solve or what goal it is that you're trying to achieve with your video. Second thing is, think about what the problem means to your audience. Think about, okay, well, if they have this problem, what are the consequences of it? The third thing you have to consider is, what are some action steps you can tell people in order for them to overcome their problem? So for example, right now, I'm giving you 3 ideas for preparing your off-the-cuff video, or any video really, that'll make it sound more professional. So that last one is, make sure you give people the steps they need to take to solve their problem. Okay, so I hope you have a better understanding of whether or not you should make a video that is totally scripted, which is totally fine, or one that is off the cuff, where you just kind of talk, turn on the camera and talk. The other part of it, this kind of like bonus thing here, is that even if it's off the cuff, you can't forget production value. You can't have the lights off, shaky camera footage, bad quality audio. All those things need to be there for an off the cuff video to also work and be more professional, because then people will start noticing that it's not really looking that good or sounding that good, and it's off the cuff. Disaster waiting to happen, basically. Alright, so if you don't want a disaster when it comes to making your videos, make sure you get in touch with me. I'd be more than happy to help you out with making something really awesome for you and your business. Thanks. Talk to you again soon. I'll script the next video so it sounds, no, I'm gonna do it again like this. Yeah!